Hello everyone, I'm Nazarat Fatima and you're watching LiveLaw. In this video, we'll talk about a case where the maintenance to an aged mother was an issue, which was dealt by the Karnataka High Court. Before we go into the details of the case, let's have a look into the cases of abandoned parents. As put forth in an article in the New Indian Express, authorities received about 1,000 complaints of abandoned parents in the year 2015. The figure doubled in 2016 according to the available data. In 2017, the data showed that almost 3,000 elders reported abandonment by their children. And in the first 7 months of 2018, 180 similar complaints were received. There are cases in which parents with even 2 to 3 children have been abandoned, and there are cases of abuse and harassment as well. To combat this issue, a legislation called Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007 was passed. It is an act to provide for more effective provisions for the maintenance and welfare of parents and senior citizens guaranteed and recognized under the Constitution and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. Now let's go through a case where the Karnataka High Court dismissed a petition which was filed by the sons of an aged woman against an order of the Deputy Commissioner that directed them to pay her maintenance amount of rupees 10,000 under the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act. A petition was filed by Gopal and others after the Deputy Commissioner passed an order directing them to pay rupees 10,000 to their 84-year-old mother who was residing with their sister. Initially, the order was passed by the Assistant Commissioner and they were directed to pay rupees 5,000. But later, the same amount was increased and as per the new order, they were directed to pay rupees 10,000. Let's see how the court dealt with the issue. To begin with, a single judge bench of Justice Krishan S. Dikshit dismissed the petition and observed that if an able-bodied person is bound to maintain his dependent wife, there is no reason why such a rule should not apply when it comes to the case of a dependent mother. An argument to the contra falls foul of law and religion to which the petitioners belong. While observing so, he quoted a shloka from the Brahmanda Purana and said, "The virtuous idea is that one should respect and serve one's parents, guests and gurus before one worships the Almighty. This has been the tradition of this land since centuries." He expressed his disappointment over the approach of youngsters towards their old and ailing parents. He said, and I quote, "With no joy in heart, this court observes that nowadays a section of youngsters is failing to look after the aged and ailing parents, and the number is swelling. This is not a happy development." It was argued that the appellants cannot be worse off in their own appeal, and therefore the appellate order is liable to be voided. The bench said, and I quote, "Such a general proposition obtaining in the realm of law of appeals is not invocable in cases arising from socio-welfare legislations like 2007 Act, which is enacted by the Parliament for protecting the interest of senior citizens who are in a hapless position." It added, and I quote, "Such a traditional norm that owes its origin to the jurisprudence of colonial era cannot be readily invoked to defeat the intent of the statute. It hardly needs to be stated that in effectuating the parliamentary intent, the authorities are also stakeholders along with the parties to the lea." The petitioner contended that they do not have enough means to look after their mother, and the court rejected this contention. The bench said that the argument is too poor a justification for not looking after their aged and ailing mother, especially when it's not their case that they're not able-bodied or deceased. Then the court said, and I quote, "The first petitioner, on being specifically asked, admitted in the open court that he owns 3 shop premises and has been receiving rupees 10,000 by way of monthly rent. The mother, who too present in the court along with daughters at once, retorts that the rental income is far more than rupees 20,000. The petitioners have not produced the rental agreements to demonstrate their assertion. Added, they have suppressed their rental income from the authorities who have made the impugned orders." The court said such culpable conduct of the petitioners disentitles them to any relief in the equitable jurisdiction under Article 227 of the Constitution And the other provision, namely Article 226, has been mindlessly employed in their pleadings. The petitioner had submitted that they are ready and willing to look after their mother, and as such, she should come to live with them. They had also alleged that the daughters were manipulating their mother. But the court laid emphasis over the fact that no parents can be forced to live with their children. It said, and I quote, "No law or ruling of the kind is cited at the bar that the unwilling parents can be forced to reside with their children. Such a contention is incongruous and aberrant to our culture and tradition, to say at least." The court also added that it's not that the daughters want any share in the family property. It is they who have been looking after the mother abandoned by the sons. But for them, she would have been on the streets. The gestures shown by the daughters merits a deep appreciation at the hands of this court. While making these observations, the court said we are living in an age when bread is costlier than blood and money is losing its purchasing power. It said that rupees 10,000 is an amount that falls short of the living wages of an unskilled workman, and in order to hold the body and soul together, more than that sum is necessary. The court took into consideration the old age of the parents and laid emphasis over the duty and responsibility of children towards their aged parents, and accordingly dismissed the petition. It also imposed a cost of rupees 5,000 on the petitioners to be paid to the mother in 30 days, failing which they are liable to pay an additional amount of rupees 100 per day. That's all about this case for today. We hope you like our content. If you do, please like and share our videos. Also subscribe to our channel on YouTube and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you for watching.